Well, hello, everybody. Good evening. I'm gonna head over here to X, make sure everything's firing up here. Good to see y'all if you're popping in right now. I'm a little bit late here by about 12 minutes. Gonna make sure we got the X firing up here so people can get tuned in over there also. Okay, looks like it's going. Search for Nick real quick, make sure his is working. Yes, sir, looks like it. All right. Hey, welcome everybody. We have 5 people in the channel already, 7 on X, or 10 on X actually. Good evening, everybody. So just taking a quick look at the market here. Obviously, we gapped down, I'm assuming from the war news. Obviously, we almost closed the gap there between that from the close of, I guess it would have been Friday's close, down to the high that we hit there. Happened to reject right at value area high. So if you guys are wondering, these levels they mean something, you know. We're right back down on the overnight VWAP here. We're gonna watch this here, see if we can't find a long here. If we keep holding this VWAP here, this could be a nice little long entry. Let's take a look at the 15 here. So we got this 15-minute bullish fair value gap, which hasn't, well, they're kind of trying to close it right now, but we have a minute and a half left on this candle here. So right now this is a greenie bullish fair value gap. We have a small bearish one up above, plus the gap down. So hey Tim, good morning. Johan, or good morning, good evening Tim. I'm getting this always backwards lately. Good evening Tim, good evening Johan and Jose in the house. How you guys doing? So I did take a couple trades earlier. I was buying it down in here on this 150K trade line. I made 1400 on this kind of in this move here. But then it's my mom's birthday, so I was out for dinner with her at the keg tonight. She had a steak and lobster, and I had a little steak action. So wrapped up a couple gifts for her and got her some flowers. So happy birthday to my mom. 72. Don't tell her I told you guys though. Yeah, it's almost morning, right? 10:45. Did we close it? We inverted that? Looks like we inverted that, guys. So let's switch this guy now yellow. So that's not very promising for the bulls anyways. Doesn't mean that we're done or anything. Did we have it on the 30? No. 1 hour? Nope. 4 hour? Nada. So we might be having to wait for a pullback into these full fair value gaps for long. But let's keep an eye on this VWAP here. What we can do is we could go down to a lower time frame and possibly look for a long as we invert a fair value gap or something up here. Let's see, what about the 1 minute? We do have this guy right here, 8:15. What's this? 8:21 there, and the 3 minute also 8:15 to 8:30. So Trader Cad, hey, what's up? What time frames do you mainly look for fair value gaps, or which time frames do you think are most important? I typically trade for the most part on the 5-minute chart, but I do keep track of, you know, hourly fair value gaps, and sometimes 4 hour, but usually keeping it down to like an hour or less. Just those time frames are, when they get too big, it's like hard to know. Usually those fair value gaps are pretty large, so it's like harder to know where to enter, right? So typically I'm looking for a trend, and then I'll go for a continuation on a 5 or a 3 minute, and the occasional 2 and 1 minute. So it's kind of those higher time frame ones you can actually use almost better as a draw on liquidity, right? Like, so if we have a nice fair value, a 4-hour fair value gap below, and we continue looking bearish, we could look for an entry towards that higher time frame fair value gap. So yeah, like I said, I'm usually using those for draws on liquidity. And then obviously if you're in one of those guys, it can be somewhat you know, it could be a turnaround point also, right? So you got to keep that in mind. Yeah, the best is over. Hey Tim, thanks. Happy birthday, Mom. Yeah, I mean, there's no exact right or wrong way to trade it, right? Like if we're in a bullish day where we're kind of like keep trending up and up and up, then you probably want to look at a lower time frame for like a continuation entry, right? Like, so if you have a 5 minute with it, like, you know, if the price is going up, you got a 5 minute fair value gap and price pulls back into that, and you're pretty confident that it's going to continue going bullish from whatever the price action showing you, then that can be a great time for an entry, right? Now they can also be used as targets. So if you see prices rolling over and there's a fair value gap below, I mean, you can often use it as a target for a short before the continuation. So it's kind of, yeah, it's pretty discretionary, but I usually try to use it, like if we're bullish, I'll use it for continuation entry, right? At the lower time frame. And then, like, for example, we have a 4-hour fair value gap up here, but this one was inverted a while ago, so I don't even know if this is actually very valid anymore, because we've had okay, so we had a bullish fair value gap. This candle here inverted it, but actually it's still valid as an inverted fair value gap because we never closed back up above it again. So in theory, this could be an eventual draw on liquidity. It just so happens to line up with the previous day's point of control. But as you can see here on this bounce, on this since we went live, we rolled sort of like bounced up here, and then look at that, right at the value area low, touched that really quick, and that was kind of the end of the move so far. Not to say that this is done, right? Like, this could definitely be a bullish flag pattern, right, that we're working on right now. So let's just clone this guy up and get this on here. Pretty tight channel though. I did this same idea over earlier on NQ. So I had this framed in like this on a different chart, but this was kind of the breakout trade that I traded earlier before the stream. So something like that. I'll show you, it's all here. So this is what I was trading earlier. You know, we opened up, we gapped up, we had this bullish fair value gap. I don't know why I have it yellow. Should be green. So I didn't trade any of this, but I ended up buying it in these like low wicks here, and then I ended up selling it on the breakout and made, you know, 1,500 on, I think it was 2 trades. I think I scalped a few hundred out of this area here, and then I got like a good $1,000 on 3 contracts. So 3, 7, yeah, 1,150 or something like that from a push up from there. You've been doing what Mustang talked about last week, been entering on the middle of VWAP, and it's been working great. Nice. So on the middle of the VWAP, so you're looking for like when the price is touching the VWAP is your entry there, Tim? Because we're sitting on the VWAP right now, but and we're getting some reaction here. I mean, in theory, this looks like it wants to break out to the upside again because we have a bearish channel and another bearish channel. Is this going to be the turning point? Hard to say. This music's a little bit loud. There we go. That's better. Get some other tunes going. Hey, welcome to the stream, everybody. We have 19 people in YouTube and 18 people in X. X is firing up. Hasn't really been getting us much views recently, but seems to be working good today. Let's see here. So we did hit 571 subscribers last week. So let's see if we can't get to 600 today. Never know, right? Load up the live stream here, make sure that everything's on point here. If price is trending upward on the higher time frame than on a 5-minute chart, it is coming down and touch the middle line of the VWAP. Go long. Shorts are just the opposite. Okay, yeah. So does that mean you're thinking about entering long here right now? Because we did pull back into this VWAP here. It's a little grindy, so and it's holding it so far. I am half tempted here to take a long on this. We've just been kind of like grinding down here, which kind of like makes me a little concerned. I'd want to see more of like a quicker move, but as long as we end up holding this, we could always wait for like inversion on a fair value gap. Let's see if where's that 1 minute guy? Oh, we got one right here. So if we get a 1 minute candle closure above 802, that could definitely end up being a long entry. Raspberry trades, you think it's going to 780s then up? Previous day high, and we have a bullish fair value on the 1 minute from before. Yeah, I could see that happening too. I would, but I'm done for the night. Had 3 wins, 1 loss, made 75 on NQ. Nice. Yeah, I mean, if you hit your trading quota and you're done for the day, nice. We're getting a little bit of a pull down here, guys. 30 seconds here on this candle. We do have this bullish fair value gap on the 1 minute down at 785. Let's take a look at the 2 or the 3. So they're a little bit further away on the 2 and the 3 minute charts. $783. I'm going to put a little buy order here. 70, maybe like put a stop at like 65-ish for now. See if we can get tagged in on this kind of entry here. Now, if this guy does get inverted on one of these next candles coming up, I'll be looking to exit this trade if we do get in it. But we'll have to see, guys. We'll see. I'm going to go down to 2 contracts actually here. Have a good night, guys. I'm going to bed. I was up until 2 a.m. last night trading crypto. Oh, Tim, sorry to hear that. Yeah, crypto can be pretty wild. So get some good sleep, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. See you tomorrow morning, sir. Thanks for saying hi, and good night. So all 3 indices looking relatively the same right now, working in unison, which is always a good thing for trading. Anyways, tends to flow a little bit smoother when they're all working together. Let's take a quick look here at gold. Gold's looking pretty strong. Popped up on the war news, I'm assuming, and we pushed higher. We ended up pulling back all the way to the lows of the opening price, and then been climbing since. So yeah, I'm looking for a long here. Previous day low down below. We got this bullish fair value gap, and hoping that this we're at the VWAP, so might be a key level. Hopefully Raspberry Trades is right. Let's get a pullback here to 780s. That would be beautiful. Just write down, pick up my orders, and then bounce straight back up. Just so happens to line up with this bullish fair value gap. Now, if we do get a 1-minute inversion above these some of these fair value gaps here, that could definitely be a consideration for a long. We could even watch this 2-minute chart here. A nice like 2-minute candle inversion there. You hope so? Me too. Let's go, Raspberry. We got a couple confluences here. We got that 1-minute bullish fair value gap. This would be, I would consider this to get inverted as a potential long entry also. So I've been working on a video to put out. It's from Monday when Mike Christensen was on the stream. I'm just like cutting out all the dead air spaces and just trying to like shorten the videos so it's like more entertaining. We don't have to wait, through the silences and stuff like that. So add some like nice little features here and there after I get through that. But I think, where is it? My DaVinci Resolve here. This guy. So this is the platform that I'm using, DaVinci Resolve, to edit the videos. Basically, I'm just scrolling through and just cutting out any of these dead air spaces. You can see on the bottom here, there's some talking. Might be hard to see actually. Let me raise this up a bit. Raise the roof. and then you go control slash, and then you control slash again, get rid of that airspace, go to the next one. It's kind of painful work. I think there's some AI platforms that will do this for you now, but you know, you got to pay for credits for some of those, so I end up just doing it myself. But yeah, so far I've done about 20 minutes of this video, and it's like an hour and 20 minutes long, so I still got, like, you know, quite a bit to do. What size accounts do you trade, and do you trade with strict rules such as max stop loss or max take profit for each account? And are your rules with evals different than your funded accounts? So I currently have 3 50K accounts evaluations with take profit trader. I have one 50K funded account with Top 1 Futures. I have a 100K funded account with Top 1 Futures, and I got this 150K eval with Top Step. This is I ended up losing one of these last week, so I kind of got a new one. So you can see I'm up 1,400 on my new account here. So do I trade with max loss limits? Yes. Usually when I get to a funded account, especially, I put a max loss limit. Depending on the account, I adjust it a bit. So, I mean, I've blown a number of funded accounts. So I had a bit of a rough start to the year. So some of my funded accounts, I did lose at the start of the year. And yeah, now I've just been trying to sort of grind back up to getting some of these evaluations passed again. And so in the evals, I do typically put a max daily loss too, but it'll be a little bit bigger because I like to let those ones, you know, I often put a little more risk on the evals, but I definitely always have a stop loss and a max take profit for any accounts, especially if there's you know, consistency rules, right? Yeah, I lost a bunch of accounts too this year. Raspberry, I totally feel you. I had like 11 funded accounts at the start of the year, and then now I'm down to 1, 2, 3. So so I feel you. I lost about 8 also this year. Just I ended up sort of oversizing and sort of tilted on a couple of them, and then just kind of had my January was pretty rough, actually. I just, you know, I came into the new year and I was going to be like, yeah, this is going to be a killer year. I got 11 funded accounts. And then I was just like, boom, 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 boom. And I lost a whole bunch all at once, like in a string of losses. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm not trying to claim to be, you know, a fabulous trader. You know, I'm still in the learning process also. I've been trading futures for basically 1 year now, and I've been on YouTube Live now for about 6 months. So you get so foolish with funded accounts. I will be in profit up 250 on the day, and I still trade it and abuse account out of stupidity. Yeah, trader cat, I feel you. That's one of the good things about Top Step and Project X is you can lock yourself out. You could do this guy and lock yourself out. So if you can lock yourself out of your accounts, do it, you know, because it's so easy to go back in and screw it up, right? Sometimes we all do it. You're like, oh, just one more trade. I'm just going to make, you know, another $50. And then and then it goes against you and you're like, well, I don't want to give back the 150. So then you just like let it ride a little longer, and next you know it's 200, then it's 300, and then all your profits that you made that day are just gone. And then it spirals into worse, right? And we all go through this. So it's really about, the hardest part is learning yourself, right? And what makes you tilt. Like, for example, sometimes for me, it's like when I have the trade, right? And it's, my trade idea is right, and I end up getting stopped out in a little bit of profit, and then it goes right to your take profit, right? That usually throws me off so bad. Then I end up being like, well, I'll just take another trade here and get a win, right? But it doesn't always work like that. So yeah, walking away is the hardest, and especially on days like, like Fridays, price action. Like, look at this, guys. Like, if you weren't, like, even on, if you were to buy it here, like, look at the crazy movement you had to go through just to like get the price up to here. Like, so what we need to do is work on like identifying these types of days and to stay away, because these are the days that kill accounts, right? I ended up doing okay on last Friday. Forget, I was up a couple $100 in a couple accounts, but these are the days here that can really blow up your accounts, right? Like, look at this, up, down, and then back up to here, and then back down. It's like, if you're not trying to trade these levels, you're gonna get blown out of the water, right? Yeah, so if you can try to come up with a strategy on how to identify the days that are ideal to trade on, that's like the best, right? Hey, Lone Wolf, Silver Surfer in the house, what's up? How's the Border Collies doing? I think you said Border Collies. I feel like my issue is that I like trading and I don't have much of a life. Maybe I need to get more of a life outside of my office. Yeah, walking away is hard. Or, what you do is, if you get like what me and Nick call as a degen account, right? Two weeks to pass an eval, 16 seconds to blow the funded. Dude, I've done it before. I worked so hard to get like a take profit trader account passed. This was like probably around October last year. Got one passed, and then I was like in bed, and I was like, oh, gold's looking so good right now. So I went long on gold, and then I added a little more in pullback. I'm like, this thing's gonna be good. So I added like one more contract. It wasn't even very big. I think it was like, I got into like 3 or 4 micros, and I ended up freaking blowing that account on the very first trade on a take profit trader account. It's like, it's so frustrating sometimes. So we need to be zen. You need to control the amount of trades you take. You need to keep your size in check, and you got to lock in the winners, right? Those are the 3 things you need to, we all need to learn to walk away, right? When you get those winning trades. I'm on year 2 and for sure still a developing trader. With time you learn more about yourself and when to sit on your hands. When I started placing limit orders, no market, it helped huge. Yeah, waiting for pullbacks or waiting for specific entries are always going to help you, because you're going to be a little bit more like, you're going to have more like strength behind your idea, right? Because you're like, okay, well, if it does this and my targets, my entries here, you're gonna get a bit of a better point or an entry, right? And then it's gonna like feel better because you're like, yes, this is my plan. And then as it's working, it should give you a little bit more confidence, right? Yeah, and then also if you just enter market at any time, you're kind of impulsively doing it, right? So we might get a little pullback into that fair value gap right here. Let's see if we get tagged. What? Okay, we did get tagged on that wick there, guys. So instantly up $24 here. Let's see if it's gonna continue down. Hopefully we don't. I'm gonna actually give this a couple more ticks. I don't want to be right at the bottom of this channel here. Now, in the case that this fair value gap gets inverted, so if we get a 1 minute closure below 81, I'll be looking to exit this trade. And that's just kind of the rules that I do here is, you know, if I entered because I entered on this fair value gap, my rules say that if I get a 1 minute closure because it's 1 minute fair value gap below, then quite often the price is going to retrace into that inverted fair value gap, and that'll give me a chance to get out. So let's see if we can't get a bit of a strong bounce here, maybe back up to the VWAP, and then we can you know, consider either locking some profits in or go and break even with our stop. That's kind of how I'd play it. But yeah, so if we end up getting a closure below 81 on the 1 minute candle, which it looks like it might do it right now, this might be a very short-lived trade. Quite often I do trade into it. So we didn't close there, guys. That's great news. We survived that candle anyways. Let's see if they can't invert this guy now. So if we can get a 1 minute closure above 92, that would be a great signal for at least up to this channel here, which would be around, you know, maybe I'll be a little more protective once we get up to the 800s. We got that round number there. Not looking for a home run on this trade, just but I would be kind of, we'll see how this VWAP reacts and the 800 level reacts, but I'll probably end up getting a little aggressive with a stop. You know what we could do here is I'm going to put one limit order here to sell one contract. Let's see here, make sure I'm on the right account. So I'm actually going to do it right there. I took one off there, guys. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to make it to one contract, and I'm going to go break even on this guy now. And then let's see if we can't let this baby ride maybe back up to in this zone up in the 840s. Locked in a little bit of profit there, locked in about $25. Let's see if we can't get a little more continuation here. We can always put our stop now below this inverted fair value gap. So it's just going to be slightly break even. TP hit for you. Nice trade there, Raspberry. Good job. TP 92. Yeah, see, nice little base hits. Fair value gap entry, inverted fair value gap, right back to the VWAP. And you can do it in multiple ways. Like I like to, you know, go in with 2 or 3 contracts and then scale it out. And then once I take any profit though, if I ever scale out, I'm putting my stop to break even on the remainder, because I would hate for it to like go from a winning trade to a losing trade after you've already locked in profits. You know what I mean? So depending on what the size is you're trading, I did keep this size down a bit, only 2 micros. So yep, I hold 1 micro runner. Nice. That's exactly what I'm doing right here too, hey? So I closed it right up at around the 800 level there. What did I get this price at? 96.25. And then now we got this 1 runner, and we're hoping that we're going to get some sort of continuation, right? Yeah, and if this does start going up, then I just start trailing it to my stop. We can watch like the 2 minute from here, looking like we have this active 2 minute fair value gap above still too. So our next thing would be like a nice 2 minute closure above the 800 level here, which it looks like it's trying to do right now. Let's go. We got it, guys. We got that inversion there also. So this could end up bouncing a little bit higher. I mean, maybe we're going to head to 820s or 830s, because we do have the 200 EMA above there. So I'm actually going to bring my stop up to the VWAP now, lock in a little bit more. It's only about $25 or so, but 807 is your next zone. We're almost there. We basically tapped it right there. That's the top of this channel here. It could be the end of the move, right? So what's this yellow line? Oh, that yellow line is the bottom of the box. So we could end up getting a did we get a closure? What is this candle? This one is a 5 or a 15? 15 minute? So these would have been inverted on the 15. What about the 30? So we don't have any bullish fair value gaps left here. So looks like I set it up on the 15, but it's been inverted. So yeah, this guy's a 15-minute inverted fair value gap. Let's put a template on this guy. 15-minute fair value gap. Okay. And it should be inverted. So make sure I make this guy yellow. Yep, really close. Just have to give it a little more room to move. There we go, 808, 809. Oh, geez, look at that, guys. Oh, I was just thinking about taking it there. And then look what it did to us. It just instantly ripped down there and hit the stop. So, yeah, exactly. That's what the stop is for, right? You saw it live here. So what did I end up making there? 40 bucks, guys. But hey, it was a green trade. What a slap though, hey? I was literally just thinking about moving my stop up to the 800 level. Oh, you got 1,000 on that. Nice. So you went in with minis. Very nice. Very nice. Congratulations. I should have went with heavier size too. Damn. Or did you have like 10 or 8 or something micros? Yeah, so they might still be respecting this channel here. It is a bullish channel, right? Because typically bullish channels pull back like this way before they break out. Let's go back to the 1 minute here. See, the 1 minute fair value gaps aren't quite as strong. You can get a reaction and a move off of it, but it's not like, it's not usually like a direction changing fair value gap. You know what I mean? Like you can get trades off of them, but they're not like super long lived bounces or super long lift dumps after a 1 minute. That's from my experience. You get those more from like the 5s and the 15s. Whoa, guys, be careful here. Be careful here. Ripping down well to the bottom of this channel. We're back in these fair value gaps below. Could have been an entry there, but a little risky, seems like. We're getting pretty high volume on these pullback candles here, so. $807 is your next zone. Oh, sorry, you already said that. Wayne says a 1 minute shakeout. Yeah, but how far is this pullback going to happen here? This could be the sort of the move that we need to get a breakout here. Let's keep an eye on the 5-er here. So these 5 minute fair value gaps held this this wick pretty nicely here. But we're getting some pretty high volume here, guys. So I'd be a little careful in this zone now. Still in that channel, right? So testing the opening volume spike, right? Yeah, this guy right here. We had a really strong high volume first 5 minute candle there. Came all the way back to the top. Is this going to be the reversal, or are they going to want us I don't know. They might want to sweep into this this bullish fair value gap. Can do it like that, even though it's bigger than that, because technically it's the whole candle, right? But I mean, the body's there. And we didn't get a big pullback from these guys into this body further down than this body here. So this could be a pretty key level here, 24,715. Well, guys, have a great night. I'm going to call it. Keep those profits and live to trade another day. Nice job there, Raspberry. Good trade. Multiple accounts, 20 micros. Wow. Nice. Get a couple air horns here for you and throw out an applause. Woo-hoo! Shaking out the 1 minute. Testing opening volume. Yep. All right, Raspberry. Gabriel Canella, been in a short since 8:30, hoping she keeps ripping. Well, nice trade there. Since 8:30. That's a nice little level to be in. So you're what, 70 points in a profit right now? Nice job. Yeah, I mean, this is a bullish channel typically, right? But who knows how long it's going to be heading down before it decides to go up, right? This could have been the move that we needed to get a breakout to the upside, but we'll have to see, right? Time will tell. Sharpie, what's up? I'm planning to short to 70.80, TP 680. You got in at 780. I'm planning to short to 780, TP 680 stop. Oh, stop at 787. Oh, gotcha. Nice tight little stop there. Hopefully you didn't get stopped out there. Or are you still waiting for that? No, that was only 84 on the high there. Nice tight risk, though. I like that. Yeah, very tight. Indeed, indeed. You are in. Nice. Well, I'm glad you caught that trade there, Raspberry. You have a good night, sir. Hey, what's up, everybody? We have 52 people in the channel right now, 30 on YouTube, and looking like 22 on X. Thanks so much, everybody. Good to see ya. And like I was saying last week, we hit 571 subscribers. Look at that. We got 2 more on the day already. So thank you to whoever hit that subscribe button. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit that bell notification. I've been working on some more videos. It's pretty hard with work and life and everything, but trying to pump out some videos. I think I might need to find a social media person to do this work. It's so hard to keep up, but here I am. I'm editing this video here from the stream that we did on Monday with Mike Christensen and Traders Post. It's a pretty cool platform, guys. You can copy trade, you can set automated trades. They're building this what they call the command pad, and it's kind of like just like hotkeys sort of to like enter and exit. You can go break even. You can set a bunch of different keys. It can display your rules to yourself and stuff. There's so many cool features on it, so that's pretty interesting. But yeah, check out Traders Post if you guys are looking for a good copy trading platform. They're pretty solid. And yeah, like I've been working my butt off here editing this video, because basically all you do is, for the most part, is you go through and cut out all of these like dead air spaces, right? You got to cut it out like this, and then you just delete that guy. And then often I'll be like, if there's kind of that kind of stuff, you cut that out also, and just makes it better for the viewer. Later on, I'll add some B-roll stuff to it, and some like little tweaks here and there. But yeah, short-lived trade. Oh wow, yeah, it bounced on you there. Hey, yeah, being careful with this guy, because we did bounce into those fair value gaps here and found support and tested that opening candle, top of the opening candle there. 2-minute big volume spike. Big boys are activated, right? This is a pretty nice candle here. This one right here, they bought it below the trend line, pushed it right back up to the top of the trend after this pretty strong pullback. Making some inverted fair value gaps here. Yeah, so I was at the keg with my mom tonight, guys. It was her birthday. So she got steak and lobster, I got filet mignon, baked potatoes, and steamed vegetables. And then the craziest thing though is I got a iceberg wedge salad, and it was like $16 or something Canadian. I know it's like, but it was like the smallest wedge salad I've ever got. It was like this little, like tiny little thing, like about this big, not even. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, this is how bad food inflation in Canada is. You know, we have 7.2% food inflation right now. And I know that the US isn't much better, but it's a lot better than Canada. You guys got 2.9%. You were at 3.1% food inflation. So our food inflation is more than double of the USA's food inflation. It's wild. Like, we're just getting pillaged. And you know how much food Canada produce? It's wild. Like the beef, we have tons of cows in Canada. I know. I've been thinking about it. I'm actually thinking to move somewhere. I don't know, somewhere else. We'll see. I wouldn't mind moving to the USA. I would have to get get a visa or something. So, dude, I needed syrup and couldn't find anything under $8 at the grocery store. Some syrup was 15 to 25. You're in Portugal? Hey, it's so funny because my sister is just got an apartment. Her and her husband got an apartment there. My mom is actually heading there for two months and 2-week vacation here coming up. So yeah, Portugal is on my radar. Portugal is on my radar. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. Yeah, let's just get the conservatives in, then we'll get some better grocery prices. Yeah, I know the cost of living is good, and I've heard really good things about Portugal. You have to qualify for their visa though, and I think you need to have like sort of like income from outside of the country if you're like going there as to get a visa. So if you have like around 2,000 Canadian passive income from outside of the country, you can qualify for one person, and something like 3,000 Canadian to qualify for you, and like if you had a partner, a wife, or whatever you're taking there. So it's actually pretty reasonable, but obviously you'd have to have, you know, something paying you here. So do you know the expression complaining on a full stomach? There are plenty of places in the world that are much worse than here, like for not having food. go to Costco, $1.50 hot dog and soda. Right, Wayne? I think it's a lot more than $1.50 here, though. It's probably more like $4.50 or $5 or $6 here for that. The steak was $60 for mine, and it was $68, I think, for my mom's. So yeah, so it was a 10-ounce filet mignon, steamed vegetables, and a baked potato. That was 60 plus tax. My mom's was a small cut of steak with a lobster tail, baked potato, and vegetables, and that was like 68 or something like that. So, and then I got the wedge salad. So I think, what did I pay? I paid 170 Canadian for the dinner for 2 people, and just waters, no drinks. Yeah, my province is more expensive than other provinces. BC sucks. BC is so crazy here. Our taxes, so we have our premier right now is David Eby, and before he got the premier position, we had $6 billion saved in the coffers. We had $6 billion for our province saved up. And then now he's been in for a couple years, and we're negative 12 billion. Like, what happened to all the money? Like, what is he doing? The roads aren't getting better. We're not like we're not getting new subway systems or anything like that. But who knows what they're doing with that. So I'm just gonna do a quick search. I'm just curious as to what these what the Costco hot dogs are. Hot dog and drink in Costco, BC. Okay, I was wrong. Costco is $1.50 for the hot dog and a fountain drink. We're not all in the same boat in Canada? Well, I don't know. All I see is, GDP per capita going down, dollar value going down, food inflation going up, and deficit huge. The deficit's huge, and housing prices are so high. It's crazy. You can get, if you were to put it this way: if you go to Vancouver, you buy a house, you pay 2.6 million for that house. You go to Seattle, you buy the same house, it's 1 million, and we're talking Canadian dollars. So if that doesn't say something about what's wrong with Canada, I don't know what does. Because, and then you look at our average income per household is like 74,000 Canadian, and then the Americans are somewhere up around 85 to 90 US dollars, and the tax is so different. So I'm not really against Canada. I love Canada, but I don't love our government, and I know that the country is really struggling. Right? We have 2 million people visiting food banks every year. We have 6 million people without family doctors. We had 100,000 people die in the waiting room of the hospital last year. Deficits growing like exponentially. We owe almost $2 trillion in our country for 40 million people, right? So I'm I am proud to be Canadian, but I'm not proud to support this government. So yeah, I can't. That's exactly what the government wants us to do, though, is just to forget about them, right? If we just forget about everything, then they're just going to continue making it worse, right? Like all the native Indian reservations still don't even have clean water for their communities, but we just sent another $2 billion to Ukraine to support the war. So it's so complicated. Hurry, come to Los Angeles, eat tacos and burritos. I know that USA is definitely having its own problems for sure. I'm not saying that it's perfect, but if you look at it compared to living in Canada, it's still, they have less taxes, they have higher income, they have, California is a better comparison towards Canada, right? California is pretty crazy for costs of living and all that stuff, right? And deficits and all this stuff, right? But there's definitely more chances to be prosperous in the USA. Like if you look at like investing and reinvesting, like in Canada, if you buy a house and then you want to sell it later and you make profits, you get capital gains, you get taxed on almost 50% of your capital gains. Where at least in the US, if you re-roll the capital gains into a new property, you don't even pay taxes on it. And then you can just, take a withdrawal from the bank, sort of like a home equity loan or something, and then you can spend the money tax-free, right? So the system is definitely has its advantages for companies and for growth of financial. So what's that, the capital gains thing in Canada? Is that what you're talking about? We don't pay tax here when we sold it? Well, maybe that's in a specific province, but I know like capital gains get paid on the sale of houses. On your first house. Yeah. They're trying to pass a new bill that states that you actually have to pay on your capital gains even if you don't sell your house. They're trying to get you to pay capital gains. Are you in Ontario, Johan? Did you say that's where you were, right? Because Ontario does get some pretty sweet deals versus the rest of Canada. Oh, Quebec. Yeah. Any tiny houses for sale up there? Yeah, you can find some tiny houses. Getting a bit of a breakout here, guys. I don't know. Should we be looking for a long here or what? But we're kind of also climbing into this inverted fair value gap, which was originally bullish, and now it's a little bearish because it's been inverted, right? No tax on your first house in Ontario? You could buy a house for 150,000 in your region. Nice. Are you excited about next Sunday yet? I am. Who is the guru that's coming though? Is it Mr. Arbucci? The payout pappy? Sacred Prophet payout pappy? Oh, Tom Hartman. Nice. Okay, sweet. That sounds great. So I guess you're going to be on with us then too? Sounds like we're going to have a fun evening next Sunday, everybody. We're going to have Tom Hartman as a guest on the show. I didn't think that was TFSA and whole life of universal life insurance are free of tax. Nice. So Nick, are you going to be coming on also, obviously, next Sunday? Yeah. Nick's posted he's been trying to get Tom Hartman from Traders Post on with us. So he said next Sunday night, the Sacred Prophet payout poppy is coming on with Dave and Nick to discuss automation, trading strategy, and his previous career as an underwear model. So Nick's gonna be live with us too. So we'll have a fun show next Sunday there, guys. Make sure you tune in to check it out. Let's not blow any accounts next Sunday. Geez, with all these guests, I'm gonna have so many videos to edit here. I've been working hard on the Mike Christensen video. I still have the Abby Manzoni video to do, and then now it looks like I'm gonna have Tom Hartman video to update. I'm kind of editing it sort of as a live, sort of like live podcast video, because as we usually go through what we're doing, what we're looking at, we're talking about typically how they started trading, what their background is, all this kind of stuff. So it'll be interesting. And hey, Nick will be in here in his underwear, so stay tuned for that. That's going to be a highlight. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure. Let's just keep it PG though. So we're pulling back here. Are we gonna find some support here at the top of this channel, or what are they gonna do here? They're gonna break back in and head down to this to the gap here, or the opening candle. We will see. We will see. PG-13. First Venezuela, second Iran, third will be Canada. Trump will be king of the world. Yeah, that's just. I don't believe that they're gonna attack Canada. They would never do that. They might end up buying Canada if our government continues the way that they're going now. Or they've been trying to take us somehow. But I don't, I really couldn't see, like, as like a US like army person, there's no way that they would come attack Canada. They have brothers and sisters and friends and family all over Canada. Like, they would be like being asked to kill their freaking family members, basically, which they wouldn't do that. So Venezuela and Iran people deserve a better life. Yeah, I agree with that. It's definitely a controversial way to get this to happen. But 780-ish, another entry for long. You're looking at 780s again. I mean, it's the price it paid earlier, so it could pay again. Hopefully we don't get one of these guys though again. Q4 Pilot, what's up? Cuba is next. Yeah, he's been talking about Cuba, eh? He's been talking about Cuba a few times lately. I know politics isn't the best thing to talk about. Let's just not be too strict on one side or the other and just be open to what everybody's talking about. That's kind of the way I'm looking at it. No World War III. No. Let's not do that. No World War III. Hope not. So interesting thing is there is when Johan, when you said that does YouTube doesn't allow that to go through on the top chat channel. Let me go with live chat, see if it's there. Yeah, they let it on YouTube, but they are on the live chat, but not on the top chat. Top chat filters out some comments automatically. Excuse me. Sharpie, it was my short level since it flipped. I'm thinking long. Okay. 78-ish. Yeah, we did flip it pretty good there. I don't have any fair value gaps in that area anymore. But we do have this bullish one that we're trying to invert right now, right? So we're kind of holding this fair value gap here. So I mean this could definitely be 55 seconds on this candle. So I'll be patient here. Let's be patient for this candle to close. If we do get an inversion on this bullish fair value gap, that's not a very good sign, obviously. So if we get a closure below 84 area, that would be not the best signal for a long anymore, but in stop 768. Okay, yeah, that's a good place for a stop anyways. See if it, you know, basically if we start breaking those lows, you'd be thinking about you want to get out, hey? The only negative thing that I'm seeing here too is that we have orders below, down at 28, 12, 24, 28, 24, 12, and 700 level on the downside. So all the way into this opening channel here. So it just kind of depends if we're going to do one of these again, you know, down on the channel and then pop out. I haven't been seeing enough structure like this. I'd want to see a bunch of wicks like this. That would give me a sign that, you know, like if we end up getting a bunch of wicks start going sideways, that could be the start of the push higher here. Don't be up too late. We have to be well focused for New York session. Hopefully that I don't lose any 16K on the stream tomorrow. Yes, sir. Okay, thanks, Nick. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody, that I know 16K sounds like a lot, but it's probably like for the amount of accounts that he's trading, it's like a $200 loss, which is very manageable. But when you have 54 accounts, it's it adds up real fast. Like a $300 loser on 54 accounts is $16,000. So, yeah, but yes, we got to be focused. We got to hit some W's tomorrow. I locked in $1,500 today, $1,415 on my 150K combine here. I'm not going to trade it, so let's do this, guys. I'm going to show you here. If you guys aren't used to this, that's one good thing about Project X, which, you know, most of us are kind of moving away from Project X lately. But once you get a nice winning day like this, you go in here, you go manual lockout. And just so I don't accidentally trade it tonight, I'm going to set it on a custom time of, let's put it to, I'm going to put it to 12:52 a.m. So 3 hours and 59-minute lockout. Yes, lock me out. So see that there, guys? So we got a 4-hour lockout basically. So now if you want to try to enter limit by 1, it'll reject it, right? So that way you can preserve your capital. You won't lose your money. I'm not touching this account. I'm happy with my 1,500. The only one that uses Project X now is Top Step X. They were letting a whole bunch of other prop firms use it, and then they decided to take it back. So now if you want to use Project X, the only platform is Top Step. Well, we're pushing down here. Fortunately, Sharpie's trade might have got triggered on a stop there. We did get an inversion on this 5-minute, on that 5-minute candle that closed earlier. And we left a bearish fair value gap below in its place. So technically, we could try taking a short actually here for a little move lower. But we're kind of in a chop zone here, guys, because we have these bullish fair value gaps below. Now we have bearish and inverted fair value gaps above. So I could definitely see us sort of playing in this range before we finally make a move one way or the other. It did tag you out for 1 point. Oh, like it 1 point lower than your stop, hey? Oh yeah, that sucks. That's usually what happens to me, and that's some of the times when I end up getting triggered for these like over trading or over sizing is when you have your stop set in a nice place. It's a good important area to take the stop, right? But then it just decides to go right to your stop and then turn around and go back up. That can be that can create the tilt also. I'm gonna be back in just a minute here, guys. Don't do anything crazy while I'm gone. So what's up? We got 40 people in YouTube and 28 people in X. Hey, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Love you guys. Thanks also for those who did subscribe. We were at 571 earlier. Now we're at 573. So we got a couple subscribers today. So thank you so much, everybody who did that, and 15 likes on the stream. You guys rock. Thanks for blessing me with these, with the love. Maybe after we find some more good trades, we'll get a little more luck on those subscribers here. It would be nice to get to 600. If we get close, I'm gonna we'll extend the stream a little bit longer. So if you guys got alt accounts, log in those alt accounts, hit that subscribe button. No, I'm just joking. I appreciate you guys being here no matter what. So thank you. Do we have any live? Anybody else that's live right now? I don't see any live traders right now. Hold on. Just Mustang trader with one guy in his account. Yeah, just sometimes I like to keep a little side stream or just keep track of who's streaming, but it seems like I found a little niche here where like nobody's live. So then anyone who's like interested in watching some trading content, looks like we're the only option. Look at that, guys, pushing lower here now. Well, I'm not really in a zone. We could have tried to get an entry there, but it didn't even really touch that tap into that fair value gap. So I wouldn't even have got an entry there. We'll see. We might get a reaction down at these wicks or these fair value gaps again. They might just kind of like, there's two options here. We might sweep down and bounce and then end up going higher, or we sweep down and we close lower and we just plow at the bottom. But I think this is a pretty key area, right? We got two bearish fair value gaps above, two bullish ones below on the 5-minute. So this could be a choppy, undecided area. So we should be patient in here. But it'd be interesting to see if price were to get down to this, 720 area, if it were to bounce from there. That would be a pretty key area to bounce. You like this stream, Phil Suarez? Hey, thank you. Hey, I appreciate that. That's like, when you say stuff like that, it's even better than getting a like on the stream, to be honest. Because, yeah, appreciate you guys. Thanks for saying that. Thanks, Trader Cat. We're trying to keep it chill here. Hopefully you're not talking too much politics, right, Johan? Sorry about that. And I'm totally okay with people having different views on politics and opinions, and I like to learn from both sides. I'm sort of I just want Canada to get better. I mean, I love being Canadian. I love the country. I just don't love the government right now. So if I come across like I don't love Canada, don't take it the wrong way, please, because that's not the case. It's a beautiful country. The people are awesome. There's so many good things to say about it, but I just see, a lot of things in the country are a struggle. Like it's a serious struggle for a lot of people, and I just think it can be so much better. We have other countries around the world that aren't even as oil or mineral rich as we are, and they have way more people, yet we're the amount of taxes and stuff that Canadians pay is just out of control. So that's just my thing. Yeah, every country has good and bad for sure. The next rant will be religion. Right? Don't get me started on religion. No, I'm just joking. I grew up as with a Christian background, but I'm not really I'm not a very I don't practice Christianity. I don't go to church every Sunday, but I do have Christian values from growing up. So I agree with the whole man and woman in the household, to have a successful family and respect your neighbor and all these types of things. And don't get me wrong, I have nothing against gay people or transgender or whatever, because it's I feel like it's your decision once you're an adult what you want to do with your life. And if you want to be a free bird, you can be a free bird, right? But I just feel like we need to protect our children, right? That's really important. So outside of that, not super religious, but I do sort of have Christian based values, sort of. I'm all for people being able to decide whatever they want to do with their life, as long as it's not hurting other people, right? And that's kind of where I feel like I got to draw the line, right? So this 15-minute inverted fair value gap was actually a really good entry here on this bounce up to the 20s. It could have been a nice entry for the continuation to the downside. 24,817.25 was a high of that candle, and would have been up, you know, what is that, 56 points already. So hey Dell, what's up? How are you? Everybody, Dell has the record for the highest super chat, a $10 donation for that, and then also Q4 is right behind him with $7 total. So thank you to both you guys. Really made me feel so blessed on those days, just supporting the stream. I appreciate you guys. Don't do it anymore though. You guys already did more than enough for me. I appreciate it. Well, I appreciate it, Del. That's why I gotta say something, because you know, it's kind of part of the dream, right? Just trying to like keep the channel, build the channel, and you know, to hit that milestone and then get people to, you know, sort of give me a gift in a way for that. I appreciate it. That's all. So I'll never forget you guys. Dell and Q4, you guys rock. I did have some other super chats from Reina Sprite and who is the other Auntie somebody, Aunt Brenda or something, I think it was. I can't remember. But the funny part is that was my mom and my sister, so it doesn't really count. Thank you, Q4. Thank you. Appreciate it. Honestly, I just have fun hanging out with you guys, just chatting and enjoying everything. Whoa, you guys bought some more. Somebody bought some more accounts under my Lucid account too. So thank you guys. I really appreciate that. That part is definitely helping me out. I haven't actually taken a withdrawal out of it yet. I gotta check my email to see if they ever got back to me. I think it was last Sunday. I sent an email to Lucid to see if they would give me a prop firm account to give away. Let's see. I still might not be big enough though. So let's see here. Did they respond? Yeah, I didn't get a response, so we'll see. We'll be patient on this one. Maybe. You never know. They never know. They might get back sometime. Pushing down lower here. How is this gonna stop? Or was it just gonna keep going lower? Do they let you know who's doing the buying? No. It doesn't say any details on that. It just shows, like, I can just see the balance. And I think the last time I looked, it was about $70 lower than it is right now. And I looked at it sometime around last week. So that's about 10 evaluations, I think, because I think it's about, if you guys get an evaluation, I get something like $7 or $9 for an evaluation. So if there's 10 evaluations, that's roughly close to 10 evaluations would be roughly $70. Okay, So we're in this other bullish fair value gap here. It's just hard for me to take a long now, guys. Like after this type of a push lower, but this is also the bottom of that wick, and we're right at the bottom of the channel here. We could take a little stab at this guy. Let's take a little stab. Well, I'm gonna go in with 1 micro here, and I'll put my stop sort of below this lows here at 711. There we go. Now, like I usually say, guys, here, we're on the 5-minute chart. So if we get a 5-minute candle closure below 736, I'll be looking to exit this trade to minimize any kind of damage that we take from this trade. So in the case we get a closure, say down in this area, and then we end up bouncing back to break even area, I'll be looking to exit the trade at a break even or a slight winner. What up? There's Jay's in the house. Jay's in the house. Hey, welcome, Jay. Jay's in the house. I too sense that it is just price manipulation, as it is not backed by volume. This pullback, you mean? Yeah, it is pretty low volume. It is pretty low volume. Let's see. Let's hope this fair value gap can hold here. We waited for a couple of them to get inverted on the downside. It'd be nice if they were to erase this before this candle closes. 57 seconds left on this candle. It'd be nice if they got it back up to 57, 58 area. The only reason I'm buying this, guys, we got this bullish fair value gap, and then we also have the bottom of this sort of like channel. It just gives me a little bit more confluence as a reason to enter. We also have this large bullish fair value gap below, which we touched. So let's see if we can't get a bit more of a bounce. We'll probably look to exit this trade or to get the stop nicely into profit if we get up around the 770, 772 area. 17 seconds. So like I said, though, if we get a closure if this closes below 36, which it looks like it's trying to, we might be looking to just exit this trade with minimal damage here. 1 second. They didn't close it below, but now we are starting off really low on this fair value gap. So the unfortunate thing about this is we got to technically wait for another 5-minute candle to close if we're gonna say that this is invalidated. But another 5-minute candle could end up closing down here at 718 or even hit the full stop. So I'm going long here. I am long right now. I just went 1 micro, just keeping it small in this bullish fair value gap on the pullback at the bottom of this channel here. Just want to have some action. Value area low 721.50. So you're looking at the active point of control, or the active value area low. Let's see here. Yeah, I see that right there. So because I have the visible range volume profile on the left here. This is these blue and yellow. The point of control is this white line right here, which is right where we're at. Value area low is a little bit below it at 722, and then the upper half of it is up at 822. So let's get an inversion of this fair value gap on this next 5-minute candle would be really nice. Kind of get a closure up here. But like I said, I'd be looking to be a little more aggressive once we get to the top of the channel, because there's, we might end up still playing in this channel a bit longer. Well, we're kind of finding a little bit of support here. Let's see if we can't get a bigger move here, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get a breakout. Let's see how they react here in this bearish fair value gap at the 754 level. Hey, 575 subs. Thank you guys. 25 away from our next target there at 600. I have a feeling we're going to get there today. And we hit 19 likes. Wow. You guys rock. You guys rock. I appreciate you guys. I would be looking for a TP around 72. I don't have anything put up there. I'll probably just trail my stop up if we start getting a little bit of a move up. But currently I don't have a TP in place. And then, like I was saying, if we do invert this fair value gap over here, I'll be looking to exit this trade as small of a loss as I can manage. So let's mark this guy up as a greenie. Got a bit of a bounce there, sort of rejecting off that bearish fair value gap. So this is going to be a key level here. We might end up going down into the middle of this bullish fair value gap also, or potentially wicking down into these wicks over here on the left. So what is this stop here? We got how many points is this? It's 29 points. So it's almost a $60 loss. $60 risk on this trade here. Yeah, developing value area. Yeah, if I do that, you can see the 721, 720, 75, 721 for value area low. I don't typically watch that closely the value areas that are developing, but it can work. That's why I put it on here, just so we can keep track of it. And because we're not really in previous days value areas, we don't really have much to work off of, right? So it's good if we can work off of these developing value areas right now. But we still have room to close the gap here, guys, from 902 up to 942. So this could end up being a big bouncing area. Yeah, we're kind of sitting right at the developing point of control, right? That's kind of another reason why I feel like this is a decent entry. We're at the bottom of this channel. We have this bullish fair value gap, and we're sitting on the point of control. And actually our invalidation is pretty small too, right? If we're wrong, it's going to be heading below these wicks here. So it'll tell us pretty quickly, right? See, we got 335 on this candle. We really could use a closure above 57.58. I might not set a TP on this guy. It is only one contract. I might just, if we end up getting above this 9 EMA here, I might just bring my stop slightly into the money and just sort of let it ride. You've implemented an adaptive ATR trailing stop in my trading system. Nice. I like that. So if you just go by the ATR and then you put a trailing stop, and then as price moves up, it slowly drags your stop loss into the money, right? That's pretty sweet. So we did get a bit of a rejection there off that fair value gap. So I'm just gonna be back in a sec here, guys. Gonna use the bathroom real quick. My apologies. Well, I'm back, and it's not looking very good, guys. It looks like we got that inverted fair value gap, and it looks like I may have got my opportunity to exit while I was away. Let's see what happens here on this candle. Might actually just leave this. If we get a full stop, it's no big deal. But we do have all these wicks down here for potential support. So, hey fam, what's up, Jay? What do y'all think about Apex and new plans? I heard that Apex had some new rules. I haven't seen what the new rules are, but yeah, let's do a little research. He's gonna get stopped. Yeah, it looks like I was gonna get stopped. I might still get stopped here. Technically, like I said, usually if I get an inverted fair value gap, like this candle inverted this fair value gap now, it was bullish, so we put a yellow now to invert it. So typically I'll be waiting for a bounce back to my entry, which would have been right there, to get back out. But we do have these wicks here. Might get stopped on this little. We're starting to pull back deeper here again. We'll see. It's like I think it was a, what was it, 50 point or $50 loss potentially, 29 points, so 30 points, so it's about a $60 loser if we get stopped out there. I'm already up. I'm up $40 in that account, so I would be down about 20 bucks, which is, I'm fine by it. So not looking good. Look at the wick of the candle. Yeah, I know, right? Pretty wick on the top side of that. Pretty big wick. Just hoping that this channel is going to be the hold, and then we still have these wicks over here that could end up being the support that we need here. So if we end up breaking up above here a bit, I'll probably drag my stop up into profit a bit. I might actually have to take Ralph to the bathroom here, guys. He just woke up. He's starting to make some noise over there. Hey, Ralph. You okay, bud? Hmm? You're gonna have to be patient for a minute here, Ralph. $712 support at 712 potentially, and then 700 below is our next level. I don't really want to risk more than that for this trade. I mean, technically I should probably be trying to stop it out here near the money. If this candle closes above the prior candle, we're good. Yeah, it could be a good bouncing point. We'll have to see. We'll see. We need a closure up in this area around my price would be nice. 3 minutes and 40 seconds. I'm just gonna take Ralph to the bathroom real quick, guys. Holler at me if we're gonna get stopped out. Hi everybody. Hi. And I'm back. Okay, we're still alive. Decent candle closure there. Are they gonna keep the momentum up here? Not very huge volume though. Everything, my rules say I should be trying to get out of this trade. Gold and silver might be moving. Hey ho, what's up? Rain us bright. My sister's in the house. We've been, I don't know if any of you guys played World of Warcraft before in the past, but I haven't played for years and years. And then my sister, my sister and my brother started playing, so I fired up one of my accounts from way back in the day, and I've been playing a rogue and a mage on the new Burning Crusades old school World of Warcraft game. Anyways, so it's been pretty fun. No hold on? What's no hold on? Oh, you're telling me not to get out. Oh, I just saw a bunch of hearts on the stream there. Thanks, guys. Let's go, you can run a little poll here, guys. See how everybody's doing on the day. Oh, look at that wick, guys. I don't like that. I don't like it. That's not what we wanted to see. So I wish I could, I don't think I can vote. So I'm green so far on the day. Like I said, I locked in 1400 in this trading 150K trading combine. We were currently up $40 in this account that we're trading right here, but now we're back, well, $40 minus 17 right now, so we're about $20 profit in that account. And I haven't traded in my other accounts, so gold and silver might be moving now. Let's take a quick look at gold here. Let's open up this chart and we'll head over to gold, MGC. Oh yeah. So obviously gold gapped up on the war sort of news, just like indices gapped down. We pushed all the way to the high of this candle. Wick did our deep pullback into this bullish fair value gap, found the support there, headed up, and now we're doing a little support off of the New York VWAP. So I mean, yeah, this isn't looking bad. I don't really have a trade plan for it necessarily, but I mean, you could kind of put in a trend line here, something like this. Yeah, it looks like that. Maybe see if we can't get a breakout to the upside. But you know, gold, it might want to go a little wick up, all the way down, sweep these lows, and then make the breakout. It likes to play games like that. You'd love to join, but you don't know much about trading futures? Well, hey, if you are interested, right, the best way to get in is you head over to Lucid. Let me see here. Bring this guy over. So this is I didn't want to lock it on there. But so this is Lucid Trading platform. You can get in on some of these really cheap accounts here. So you could start with a 25K flex evaluation. It would cost you $70. Then there's some rules you got to learn. So there's a reset fee of $60. So it's cheaper if you lose the account and you wanted to restart it. You have a profit target of $1,250, a max loss limit of $1,000, and the drawdown type is end of day. So the difference is sometimes we got end of day drawdown and sometimes there's intraday drawdown. So end of day drawdown is much easier. You don't have to worry about, if you're long, your trade goes up $500, you get a break even. You actually lose $500 off of your drawdown if it's your highest amount in your account. So having end of day drawdown is really good. They do have, there's no daily loss limit in these accounts, which is nice. So if you wanted to like risk it for the biscuit, you could just say, okay, well, $1,000 is my loss limit, size up accordingly. And if it hits your $1,000 loss, you lose the account, but you don't have to worry about like, at $600, it's going to take you out of the trade. And then you're only left with 400 kind of idea. So that's the daily loss limit is none. But you do have to keep in mind, you'll have a consistency score. So if you're trying to pass this guy in 2 days, because it's a 50% consistency score, you'd have to get half of the total profit. So you'd want to get like 625 on one day, or 626 on one day, 626 on the second day, and then you could pass this guy. There's no activation fee, and there's no consistency rule in the funded, which is crazy. So if you can get to a funded without a consistency rule, that's awesome, because then you can have like a super big winning day where you make like $5,000 in one day and you don't have to like hit some crazy high profit target. But this would be like sort of the cheapest way to get into an account where you could try trading futures at a really low cost, right? So for $70, you'll get, the trading platform. I usually trade these 50Ks, but I use the Pro. Like I usually trade the Pro 50Ks. But I think I did pick up one of these 100K flex evaluations. But if you're new to trading futures, I would say just go for the cheapest one, right? Like 25K, just trade one micro futures. So the risk is low. And then, that'll prolong how many trades you're going to have in the case you lose the account, right? So once you get to the 1,250 profit target, there's a little button here, funded rules. So then you get upgraded into a funded 25K flex account. So your max loss would still be 1,000. There's no daily loss limit, no consistency, but your max size is 2 minis or 20 micros, and you have to make $100 on 5 days. Outside of that, you can take your payouts. So once you hit your profit target, and your profit target I think is 1,500, right? Back to pricing, or 1,250 would be your profit target. So you'd want to get above 1,250 a little bit, then you can take a withdrawal of some of your profits, right? The more money you put in your account, the more amounts of contracts you can trade. So it's got a scaling plan. If you're up to $1,000 of profit, you can only trade 1 mini or 10 micros, and then once you get across the 1,000, you can step it up to 2 minis or 20 micros. But that's more than enough. You can just trade 1 micro and make some money on it. So this would be the route that I would say you go in there. You'd get this guy and then get Trade of 8, or if you're more comfortable with any of the other platforms like Quant Tower or what's that other one? Let's get back here. Sorry, I gotta watch this. Do you have to trade? Yeah, so TradingView is a totally separate platform, right? Yeah, Ninja Trader, thanks. Quant Tower, Ninja Trader, and Wave something, Blue, Motive Wave. Sorry, thank you. You guys rock. Yeah, answering all those where I'm getting stuck on it. So Del, you don't have to use TradingView if you just have those platforms. But if you prefer to like do your charting and your trading on TradingView, then yes, you would have to pay for TradingView. But you don't have to, because like, for example, let me just open up my so this is the same trade that you guys see on the screen. So the trade that's here on TradingView, I just linked this Tradeovate account. And as you can see here, this blue line right there is my entry. Here's my stop loss. So you can just trade directly off of Tradeovate without having TradingView. Although this isn't the best for charting, but you know, you can get into the market with this. If you want TradingView or something a little bit better like TradingView, then yeah, take a look at NinjaTrader or Motive Wave. Good question. Yeah, let's look that up right now. I did hear that Apex made some changes, so I'll have to let's look those guys up right now. With Lucid, you get the full license for Quantar free. Nice. That's awesome. Okay, so guys, Apex Trader Funding recently made major rule and platform changes that are widely being discussed by traders as of early 2026. These updates are significant compared to the old structure many people were familiar from before. The new simplified account structure is Apex introduced an all-new rule set and product line effective March 1st. End-of-day drawdown only. So no more intraday drawdown, no payout denials or complicated compliance reviews. Payouts are automatic once you meet the criteria. That's awesome. No MAE rule, so no 5-to-1 risk to rule reward. So that's kind of like if you got too much drawdown and then you went to profit, you know, they could penalize you for that. So they took that away. Built-in scaling and clear consistency requirements, which is, it's good if it's clear, for sure. 5 trading days between payout requests. 1 day pass opportunities on some products. And one-time fees, no recurring bill for the new products rather than the monthly fees on the legacy accounts. Yeah. So yeah, like Life and Death, or Life After Duty official, sorry. Life and Death, I don't know why I said that. Lucid has very similar plans. I don't know what the prices are on these plans, but I'll have to check it out. I've never really been an Apex trader. And yes, I'm right now currently in $22 drawdown, but it's all good. How you doing, Wilkerson J? Good to see you. And yeah, Lucid's awesome because you don't have, you know, you have those one-time fees. Pretty good rules for consistency, end-of-day drawdown, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I can definitely see how Apex is now definitely comparable to that with their rule changes. Also, no splits, 100% of yours. Really? Oh, that's crazy. I think we should change this music. I'm getting a little annoyed by this. Do 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 do. Well, I don't know, guys. This isn't looking very good. Usually when I say that, I should be adding to the trade. No. Lucid trying to increase prices on Flex by the end of the month makes them bad now. Oh, yeah. Hey, Dell, no problem. Yeah, so there is a relatively cheap way to get your introduction to futures trading. You can do it at a fairly low cost. I would say don't rush trying to pass it. Most people are going to fail their evaluations at first. So the longer you can hold on to it, sort of the more futures screen time you can get, right? So it looks like it wants to try to stop us out here. I probably should give it a little bit more space, but don't really want to give it more room on the risk. Hey, Q4, if you're still around, let me know. I still owe you a trade off of that one donation you gave me last time. You never picked a trade, and I didn't forget. So, yeah, it looks like it's going to wick us out probably. A couple ticks lower, going to take us out. Feel like they're going to want to at least wick these lows before we get any kind of turnaround. Did have a couple chances to get out earlier. Well, we did sweep this, but the stop is so close at this point. You're in short right now? Nice. Nice job. Yeah. Micros will keep a new person in longer as well. Yeah, definitely, stick to one, maybe two micros, right? Yeah, it's probably just going to wick my stop here. Yeah, geez. I really should just give it a little bit more space here. But I don't want to teach you guys bad habits, moving your stop down. But, there's a good chance it might just wick a little bit and then go, Okay, let's give it just a few ticks here. 706. Try to give it a little bit more breathing room if we do get a little bit of a little wick before the bounce. Adding, what was that? About 4 points, so $8 risk. So we're looking at about $70 risk now instead of 60. $33. So yeah, it's just under $70 risk. Yeah, 1 to 3 micros is best for beginners. 1 to 2 micros during New York. Yeah, just with the type of movements in New York, keeping it small. Maybe one add-in, one entry, one add-in, and that's about the max that you should go. Unless you get in on the right side and it looks like it's going to be a trending all day kind of trade, you can always add more on the pullback, but make sure you're in the profit first. It's pretty hard for me not to add right now, just because, it would bring our price down to about 728, and this gives us a better chance to get out. But at the same time, I could add here and it just goes straight to the stop, and then we lose more money, right? So hey, 567 subscribers. Thank you guys. We got about 5 subscribers on this stream today. Thank you. And 23 likes. So it's very nice, very nice. Thank you guys. Hoping to try to get to 600 by the end of the day. You never know. The stream usually gets a little bit busier around this time. We currently have about 52 people in the YouTube channel and 30 in X, 26 of them in Nick's X channel. So you think we're going up soon? Yeah, after it stops me out, of course. Is it 9 o'clock already? Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. Where's our 9 p.m. 2100 candle? Right there. So this is actually our midnight open price right there. Yeah, right there. Let's take a look over here at this guy. Oh, we're gonna get stopped. We got stopped there, guys, as I moved the screen over here. There's our midnight open price. Yeah, so we got stopped out there. Good place to get stopped out, obviously. Because look at that. Wouldn't want to be on this side. So whoever was short there earlier, good for you. Loving it. Q4 is in short, yeah. This is looking real good for you right now. Pretty hard to, I guess, you know, it's my bad for looking for longs. We're below the New York VWAP, right? I shouldn't really be looking for longs here. So let's be patient. We might find a long here coming up again, but we're gonna need some sort of reaction now. These fair value gaps just haven't been holding, right? So you're out now. Nice, 1500 on 2 mini short. Woo! What's the age gap between me and my sister? 5 years. 5 years. Nice trade, Q Pilot. Oh, 4.5 years. Sorry. She can answer that for me. Technically. That's my sister. No, I haven't seen my dad tonight. Not sure what he's doing to you. We're heading to 680. Yeah, I mean, probably 8 points lower here. What's 50% of this this gap here? 83 is 50% of this gap. So that was my plan short earlier. Yeah, it just that. Oh, I don't remember exactly which trade you got. You got that one that stopped out on the. Oh, it was your plan too, and it stopped you out on that bounce. You're just a little early. Oh, that's too bad. I hate when I have the right plan and then the trade doesn't work. You know, it's annoying. $780 to $680. Yeah, that's crazy. 100 points there on that dump. Yes, by the end of the day. So by 1 p.m. or 1 p.m. my time, so 4 p.m. East Coast time, you have to close your trades. And then at 7 p.m., you can open it back up again and leave it going. So, but end of day is referring to the close of the market at just after, the typical market closure. So when the market closes, they want you to be out of your trades. Then you wait for the market to reopen again after they do their whole, system updates or whatever. And then so 3 p.m. my time or 6 p.m. East Coast, you can get back into trading with those contracts after. So yes, you do have to close it. Are you asking my sister? You're telling your brother that he has a very friendly face. Does he get that a lot? Thanks, Jay. I appreciate that. How's that gold looking, guys? Gold's been looking pretty strong there. Kind of broke out of that bull flag a bit. Unless it's not broken out yet. Well, we got 52 people in YouTube and 30 people in X. Hey, thank you, everybody. You guys rock. You're looking at crude? Let's take a look at crude here. I don't even think I have crude on here. Let me see. Easier for me to find it on this guy. Crude oil, CL. Is it MCL for the micro crude oil? MCL, there we go. Oh, yeah. It's a pretty strong recovery there. Have I ever used the Camarilla pivot point indicator? No, I have not, Sharpie. Hey, there's Czar. What's up, Czar? Good evening to you. So we kind of broke out. If this is the bull flag here, we kind of broke out, but we are finding some resistance here at these highs. But yeah, look at that. Oh, so like crude is just popping up here. I've never taken a trade on crude, so I'm just a little I'm just inexperienced in that area. But yes, it's looking pretty nice right now. Getting a bit of a bounce here. I'm going to get rid of this guy and this guy here. Get rid of those little gaps. Dell says crude's too risky with everything going on. Yeah, it is pretty risky. But we did have a pretty strong pullback there, and then we've been bouncing pretty high from there, right? Oh, it was gapped up, actually. What the? I thought I didn't look at this previous price. I just assumed we kind of gapped down, but it looks like it went up. So price of oil went up. Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense because there's a little bit of pressure on the oil across the world right now. It is really amazing. It's rule-based. That is where I get my TP. Okay, nice. That's a Camarilla pivot. Is it a community indicator? Let me see here. Camarilla pivot point V2 by Harry Potter. Or is it by Chipmunk? One sec here. I'm gonna put it on this chart over here. Well, nothing for gold at the moment. Try pivot boss. Okay. Let me get rid of this one here. Gamma, pivot boss. Is it this one, the Ian Carson? The pivot boss. Okay. Oh, pivot boss, pivots in Camarilla. I'll have to do a little bit of research on this guy. We got some levels up in here. This gold, man. Gold's just breaking out like crazy. Change it to the weekly. Well, that's a lot of info. Does the bookmap show possible levels of support? It just depends on how you look at it, Lafta. Quite often they're going to be liquidity areas, like so price is going to want to go to them. Now, whether or not they act as support, on occasion I've seen like really, really big orders that the price doesn't ever break. But it's not that common. Typically, we use those levels on the bookmap for a target. So change to the weekly. Oh, the indicator, not the chart. Gotcha. Let's go back and then do this. So we got to go into the gear icon, inputs, display weekly highs and lows, or weekly OHLC labels. Change the D to W. Top line. Oh. Pivot resolution, W. So do I unclick these guys then? These weekly highs and lows? Geez, guys, gold just ripping here. What the heck? What is going on? How many points was that? 38, 78 to 90. Good 12-point rip. Turn off H1, H2, L1, L2. Over here, these ones, no. On style. I have L3, L4, L5, H4, H5. Okay. That's usually the Asia-London crossover volume. Now watch L3 to LR on MNQ. Oh, I gotta put this. This is on gold right now. Actually, I can just go back here since it's already loaded up there. Turn this on, visible, and then go to NQ. L4. Weekly low. Make H313 the same color as L4. H313 the same color as L4. So L4 is green. And you said H313. Is that H3 here? No, make L3H3 yellow and H614 green. Sorry. H4 yellow. So this one's yellow. Okay. L3 H414. H4 is green. I don't know if this is right. Let me know. There's a lot of levels to this indicator. Okay. I don't mind watching this for a bit. So we kind of broke below this dotted line, orange dotted line, and then now it looks like they've been holding support on it. No, most are not needed. Oh, gotcha. This one's L4. Gotcha. What do you guys think? Is gold done on that move or what? If you make L4, H4 the same color, it will start to make sense. L4, H4, they're both green right now. GC is accumulating for a further move up, but it's done for now. Yeah, it's gonna probably play around in this level before it makes a move higher. So maybe in the next 20 minutes it might move. Yeah, that's a good point. Prove Jay wrong, Gold. Just blast off. No, I'm just joking. I just saw a little news come through. U.S. Embassy in Kuwait. Do not come to the embassy. Smoke seen over Kuwait area that's home to the U.S. Embassy. So, seems like there's a bit of a retaliation on the Kuwait. So, go in the TN and turn off a few things to the TN. Into the input and turn off a few things. Gotcha. Which one's daily high and low? Hey, thanks. We got a new subscriber at 576 on the day. Or did I say that earlier? Maybe not. Just taking a quick look at the poll here too, guys. So we got 58% green, 27% flat, and 15%, or 27% red, 15% flat, with 26 votes. Hey, guys, thanks for voting there. This was probably one of the highest responses we've got to a vote on the day. So it's totally anonymous. Thanks for tuning in or posting your vote. Looks like the majority of people are green on the day. So congratulations to everybody who is green. That's awesome. Just end that poll there. So turn off. Keep only Camarilla pivots. Where's Camarilla pivots here? Oh, show Camarilla pivots. Turn the rest off. Okay. Is that looking more better? The flat is basically people like me that did not vote because I don't trade. Oh, hey. Well, hey, thanks for hanging out, Del. Honestly, that's pretty awesome that you're hanging out with us. Hey, there's I am Thao. I am Thao in the house. I am Thao's a bit of a new trader, also trading some 25K Lucid accounts. How's it been going for you there? Adam Daz, what's up? Hey, how you doing? Welcome back. Welcome. The Wiz won. Obviously, you hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Appreciate you guys being here. Let's why does it look so different now, though? I don't know if this is working, if this is right anymore. Ah! Let's go with different song. So NQ's going all the way back to the lows here, and here we thought they were going to go close the gap, but they're saving that for a later date. Turn on weekly high and low. Display weekly highs and lows. Display weekly open high low close levels. Turned on both of the weeklies. Okay, we got those lines back now. Weekly open, weekly low, weekly close. Well, we're still looking pretty bearish, guys. Room down to 25, maybe even all the way down to 600 now. Definitely can get there if they wanted. So we had a dead cat bounce here. We slapped down. We kind of crawled up to here, and then we're just going all the way back down, erasing the whole move there. Wonder if the buyers are going to step in here at all. If it works, L4 is your target. Which is L4 was the... What was it? L4 is here is a green color. So it's like you're looking at a short from this level to this level. Weekly low. The bottom green. Okay. Very nice. Geez, it's already 10:30, hey? What the? Time flies when you're having fun, everybody. Well, 10:30 my time. You can also turn on H5 and L5. Oh, but you'd have to go into the inputs, I guess. There's lots of levels. I think you even have to do. I'm gonna do a little research on this guy, and kind of try to understand this one a little bit more. Well, it looks like gold's trying to break out here a bit, but it might just end up doing some more of this kind of slow wiki movement up higher here if it continues. So H3 to I3 is range. H3 to H4 is a long. H4 to H5 breakout. L3 to I4 is short. L4 to L5 is breakout, or those eyes. Gotcha. No problem. No, Dell, that's a total profit target. So that would be so when you buy the evaluation account, once you get to the 1250, that's when you pass it to a funded account, right? So if you pass that, if you get 1250 to pass the funded account, then you get to the funded account, then you got to make 1250 one more time. And when you get above the 1250, that's when you can start taking a payout from that account. So you got to pass the evaluation. That's a cheap account. Once you pass it, no, it doesn't matter how long it takes. And that's one of the good things about trading with Lucid is Lucid is like a one-time fee. So you don't have an activation fee and you don't have reoccurring bills, where some other of those prop firms, they'll have an activation fee and a monthly reoccurring bill to keep your account active. But that's the good thing about Lucid is you can do it super slow and steady, $50, $100 a day, just kind of keep chipping away, $100, $100, maybe the odd loss in there, right? And then try to get to the profit target. Once you pass the evaluation, you get the funded account. And then again, you want to get above 1250, and then you'll have to read the rules. I think you can take like a $500 payout. So if you get to like 1750, you could withdraw 500 from that. But yeah, each of the account sizes have different payout maximums and minimums that you can do. But again, so if you're serious about trying to get one of those accounts, you definitely need to spend 30 minutes to an hour going through their FAQ stuff, just to like understand their rules, or just go to AI and say, if I trading a 25k Lucid Flex evaluation account, what are the rules, kind of idea, and it'll spit it out for you. That's a bit of an easier way to get it. So gold's getting a bit of a drastic pullback here, not super drastic. So what were you saying? Gold is going to H4, H5 breakout. That's what this blue line is probably, right? Let's see here. H4, H5, it's a blue line there. H4 is green. H4, H5 is up there. 54.41. How much does Bookmap cost, including data feed charges? Rhonda T, hey, welcome to the stream. I think it was around 100 Canadian per month. Let me just double check here. I'll open up my. I think the best way is to look at my bank statements. It just came through there a couple days ago. Yeah, so 34 US dollars I think is for the use of their platform, and then 49 US dollars is the bundle package for CME, CAE, CBOT, and COMEX, which is definitely the better way to go. If you just get CME, you can do ES and NQ, but if you want to add YM, then you need CBOT, and then if you want metals, you need COMEX. So you want to get the bundle package for the data feed. So yeah, so it's $83 US dollars per month, depending on, again, you could pay like a year in advance. You probably get a little bit cheaper, but I just pay the monthly fee for it. So hey, you're welcome, no problem. I'll have to look at those Apex accounts for the future, so check those guys out. Silver is about to cross the H3 heading to H4 long zone once it crosses the weekly close line. Nice. Silver. Oh, I must be on the wrong silver contract now. As you can see, once it becomes looking like this, it's not the right contract. So let's I'm gonna delete this guy here and let's look up the new one. Oops. J, SILJ, I guess. Hey, Raj Tiss, how you doing, bro? I'm doing good, thank you. Welcome back. Good to see ya. Is this silver? Is this the current silver? SILJ? I know, here's a good way I can test it, is to go over here. This will have the correct silver contract. Probably. Oh, SIK. Everyone's on K now, I guess. Because that doesn't look very nice either. There we go. All right, let's add that over here. SILK 2026. There we go. We got it. Quite the swing here on silver. Not looking quite as nice as gold. Gold's been, had a big pullback, but it's definitely looking more bullish. Oil did the breakout. MCL. I don't have a target to the upside though. Yeah, this is oil. MCLK. I don't know if it's the right oil contract, but it's definitely an oil contract. The level is this orange line. It's WOP 71. Weekly's overpowered number 71. That's opening price, I guess, eh? Weekly opening price. I'm not sure if it's H4. It's WOP 71. Weekly opening price. The green one below is probably H4, right? H4 is green. So yeah, this guy below is green. H7 is green, H4 is green. So these two levels, right? Oh, it did the breakout to the blue. Yeah. Now there's H6. There's a little marker at the top of there. Crude, hey? Crude's looking pretty strong, guys. See if there's one more line above. No, it doesn't look like it. Whoa, we got 92 people, guys. We have 61 in the stream and 31 in X. Welcome, welcome, everybody. If you're new, definitely take a moment, hit that subscribe button and a like, too. 577 subscribers now. I was hoping to get to 600, but hey, no rush. That'll come eventually. But thank you for anyone who did hit that subscribe button. We did start out at 571 today, so we put on six subscribers. Looking like NQ's pulling back right now, guys. Let's take a quick look here. We broke the lows. We broke the lows, and we're pushing lower here. So this bearish channel, this bullish channel, turned bearish. I mean, the moment that we bounced out of this and then rejected off this inverted 15-minute fair value gap, that was pretty much our sign, I guess, that we're going to be heading lower. NQ's going to L4. Let's go back here to NQ. We'll check out your indicator here. MNQ L4 down there. 550, eh? Whoa. 550 level, hey? Way down there. Gonna look at the entire time frame here. Let's look at the 1 hour chart, see if there's anything down here. 4 hour? Nope. Daily? Nope. Nothing really to trade off of down here for me, except for this trend line, which I've had in here for a real long time. Respected it a whole bunch of times, finally broke out, came back below, and then ripped higher here. Now it looks like it wants to come down here, which, damn, that's a 475. Maybe by tomorrow, but who knows? We might end up getting a London bounce here, go close that gap up above, because we still have the gap from the start of the session, and then we erased most of it. So pretty big selling volume on the way down here. 153 contracts at 24,650. What happened to the other one there? I thought there was one just right there. You're trading silver, you like it better than gold and NQ. Okay. Yeah, I just typically I didn't like the spreads on silver, and it can be really high. You know, like the ticks are worth a lot, you know? Yeah, it's weird, definitely weird how some will definitely work better for others. Yeah, you can just kind of like, you read it better for whatever reason, right? It just like jives with your personality. About 3 weeks ago, I didn't know that there was silver micro. I was trading minis and it was insane. Oh yeah, damn. Just made 3K on the drop for NQ. Nice, Jay-Z. Jay-Z. Nice job, Jay. Wow, bro. Good for you. It's been a really nice drop there. Very nice trades. Very nice, very nice. Check it on the daily 1 minute candle. On a daily 1 minute candle. On the blue H5 short. This guy right here, I guess. Yeah, that was pretty nice there. And right down to that target. Yeah, volatility in 9 minutes incoming, right? So you definitely could have taken that trade, right? From look at it, lined up with this bearish fair value gap too. So left that fair value gap, went back into it, retested it sort of at that level, and then all the way down to this target here. Very nice. And now it's bouncing a bit here. Catch you later for New York. This price action is going to be great for London session. Manage some runners on NQ. Hopefully this is the one. Nice job, Czar. Yeah. Wish you the best of luck, and yeah, we'll definitely catch you in the morning. You might check out the Pivot Boss. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on it here too. You know, just because you get a new indicator, you don't want to just jump in and start trading it. You got to play with it a bit, watch it a bit, get some comfort, some confidence in it, right? Yeah, I kind of watch it, try to learn from it, see where these key levels, how they work. But yeah, it's nice. This you do not need to draw anymore, and it's a leading indicator. It does not move. It stays the whole day. Okay, that's pretty nice. Yeah, do you typically use it on the 1 minute, or does that really matter? Is it kind of discretionary? Because it looks pretty clean on the 5 also. Had a nice break of that level, bounced up, retested this fair value gap and the that level, and boom, went lower. 5 in the 15. Yeah, the 15 looks pretty clean too. 30 minutes down after. Five minutes here till the hour candle, guys. What are we looking at on the 1 hour? Pretty heavy on the 1 hour. Obviously. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours straight down. It is called Pivot Boss. Pivots. Pivot Boss Pivots. This is a possible reversal here if it doesn't 24,166 is possible. H5. Pivot Boss, I think, is the author. Right? Let's see here. Pivot Boss, Pivots, and Camarilla. Nanda, Nanda 86. Pivot Boss, Pivots, and Camarilla. So what do we got here? We got like a minute and a half here until the hourly candle, guys. So like we were saying a little earlier, could get a little bit of volatility here. So protect your position if you're in one. You need to know the rule, otherwise it's just a line on the chart. Gotcha. Is there like any does anybody explain that stuff on YouTube, or is there, do you know of any channels that are doing that, or? Might be one that you can just ask AI, also kind of explain it out to you a little bit. Might be able to find out information about that. Little GPT. So 15 seconds here, guys. Candle closure coming here. Hourly candle. Not a lot of people explain this one. Gotcha. Little GPT, little Grok, little Claudia. Just get a blend of all three. You get a really clear answer, eh? Well, it is 11 p.m. for me, guys. I gotta head to bed pretty soon. I gotta be up for market open here tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. East Coast, which is also 6:30 a.m. for me. So that's leaving me with I'm up at 5:50. So that's just under 6 hours plus 1, so 7 hours. Kind of at the cutoff of my sleep time. So Claudia, is that like Intel or something? Yes, I do trade live for New York. If Neuralink promises 97% win rate, would you do it? Good question. I don't know. I think I'd want to see some other people get it first. I'd be still a little concerned about dropping, you know, some sort of program into my brain. Yeah, for real, right, Adam? I would probably want to see somebody else, some other people have these programs in their brain for a while before I'd be jumping in on that. Who knows? Maybe Elon's already got it. No wonder he's so smart. And for all we know, we might all have it already too from having those COVID shots. They might have already put a chip into us. Pure speculation, by the way. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. Damn. Maybe I'm gonna get banned. No jab here. You missed out. Hey, that's good for you. I wish I didn't, but I followed along with everybody else. Add pivot range too. Is that in the same indicator, or is that just a different pivot indicator you're talking about? Show pivot ranges. Gotcha. All right. Well, guys, it's getting pretty late for me here. I think I'm gonna wrap it up. But thank you everybody for tuning in. I'll be back live again a couple nights this week, probably Tuesday and Thursday. We'll see how it goes. We hit 577 subscribers, slowly grinding our way up to 600. And we got 35 likes on the stream. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys so much for that. If you see above price only, short, and vice versa. Gotcha. But yeah, thanks a lot, everybody. Appreciate you guys tuning in. It was a good stream. Hopefully, mostly everybody's still green. But if not, you know, keep it tight. Stay safe out there. And yeah, we'll be live again tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. East Coast time. Thanks, everybody. Sharpie, Lafta, Adam, Trader Cat, Jay. Who else did we have? We had Zara in the house. Raj, Tis, Rhonda, Dell, Q4, Adam Daz, I Am Thou, The Wiz. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Love to see you guys. Thanks for all the chats and everything too. Lafta in the house, of course. Can't forget Lafta. Lone Wolf, Silver Surfer, and the puppies. Reina Sprite. Who else did we have here? My sister. Q4 Pilot. Life After Duty Official. Dave and Shosh. Good to see you. Good to see you guys. Wayne in the house earlier. I don't know if you're still around, Wayne, but thanks for tuning in. Wayne's pretty much around almost every day. Phil Suarez, the man, the myth, the legend. Mustang Trader. Oh yeah, guys, make sure you tune in next Sunday. We're gonna have some guests on the stream. Nick's gonna be here, and we're gonna have one guy from Traders Post, Tom Hartman. He'll be tuning in. Be good to see that. Looks like gold's breaking out here, guys. Johan was in the house earlier too. Mango. We're getting close to the end here, I think. Close to the end. Gabriel Canella. Thanks again for tuning in. Raspberry Trades. And is that it, guys? Nate NQ. Can't forget Nate. Nate was here. Facile Crypto. Tim Korth. And Jose. And there we go. We got to the end of the list, guys. Thank you so much, everybody. Hey, Cherie Amour Trades. Good night. Thanks for tuning in. Good to see ya. And thanks so much, everybody. Take her easy. And if you guys are around tomorrow morning, we'll see you live, 9:30 a.m. East Coast. And hopefully we can find some winning trades. All right, guys? So you have a good day, good evening, good sleep, and we'll see you guys soon. Peace out.